Right, welcome. Robert Downey Jr. throws some pretty massive shade at Marvel, actually. He thanks Christopher Nolan for rescuing his dwindling credibility in the industry after 12 years playing Iron Man. I swear this guy has, like, a split personality on Iron Man, because didn't he come out and say, you know, it was one of my best performances that were, like, underrated or something like that? I swear he did. But this is pretty massive shade. Like, genuinely massive shade. I don't think he's wrong, as FYI. I think in the industry you have, you have to look at it from a few elements, don't you? You've got to look at it from a perspective of what is a very popular movie, but is that a display of your acting capabilities? So, do they necessarily go hand in hand? Yes or no? No, yes. Okay, so if they don't, then is your credibility within the industry just going to stay at this sort of peak lycra wearing outfit? Or is it going to be, yeah, he can actually get into a performance role. He can embody that and display a great amount of range. So, like, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I think being Tony Stark for however many years, regardless of whether you like him as Tony Stark or not, on a broader aspect of his career, if that's going to be his legacy, people aren't going to say, yeah, he's got great range. They're going to say he was a really good Tony Stark. You know? So he's not wrong, but it is still massive shade, and he does have a bizarre element of, I guess, amnesia based on what he's been saying. So I thought this was interesting. I thought we'd take a look at it. This was at the BAFTAs. So BAFTA Awards took place yesterday. And obviously, because the Oscars are there as well coming up, the BAFTAs, the People's Choice, all these kind of things pave the way for the Oscars. It's pretty normal. Most of these wins at other sort of award shows indicate what's going to happen at the Oscars, basically. So anyway, he made a bunch of comments during his acceptance speech, and it annoyed a bunch of MCU fans, which it shouldn't, but it does go to show, I guess, by and large, an MCU fan's broader filmography experience. Because if you're going to sit there and say, you know, Robert Downey Jr. displayed an incredible amount of range within his MCU films, you're just dead wrong. He didn't. He didn't at all. They didn't give him much to sink his teeth into as an actor. They are wildly popular, and he is fantastic in the role of Tony Stark. But Tony Stark isn't it's not a make or break acting career role for him. Like, it's just not. So it just go to show the average MCU fan's ability to watch a lot of movies, I guess. So he says this: when I was 15, I wanted to be Peter O'Toole. When I was 25, I worked for Richard Attenborough and Anthony Hopkins. When I was 35, I finally understood why Dickie thought Tony would be a better role model for me than Peter. When I was 42, I did 2 films for Guy Ritchie and learned how to make big Hollywood movies with a civil British flair. I then played a guy named Tony in the MCU for 12 years. And then here's the epic shade part. And then recently, that dude Chris Nolan suggested I attempt an understated approach as a last-ditch effort to perhaps resurrect my dwindling credibility. So I share this with my fellow nominees. This has been an exceptional year. I mean, it's true. Now, the article says this: many believe Downey is essentially saying the time he spent as Iron Man has damaged his credibility as an actor, something he has indeed alluded to on a few occasions while promoting Oppenheimer. Is completely true. If Tony Stark, aka Robert Downey Jr., has grown to resent his time as Tony Stark, it's a shame. It is a shame. I don't really say it's a shame. I think it's him understanding. It's him reading the room to understand, and also, like, would you really want that to be your legacy as an actor? Or do you want that to be your legacy as an actor just because they made a lot of money? Or do you want Oppenheimer to be your legacy as an actor because it made a lot of money, but it was also a good performance and a good role for you as an actor? The thing is, What MCU fans don't understand is he's an actor first and foremost. Acting is something which people thrive on. They thoroughly love it. They enjoy becoming someone else. So when you're good at it, or when you're trying to be good at it, playing the same character for so long does dwindle your credibility. It just does. Like, that's just a fact. You can't really escape it. And knowing that, I think that's perfect. I think it makes a lot of sense. But I mean, he is throwing shade. He absolutely is throwing shade. And it did really well. Like, the BAFTAs did, Oppenheimer did really well at the BAFTAs. Best film, good. Outstanding British films, zone of interest. I don't think it won anything else, if I remember rightly. No. Oh, yeah, Best Director, Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer, yeah. Best Animated Movie, The Boy and the Heron, glad that won that. Best Original Screenplay, Anatomy of a Fall. Best Adapted Screenplay, American Fiction. I'm surprised Oppenheimer didn't win that, to be fair. But American Fiction is supposed to be really good. And Best Leading Actor, Cillian Murphy. And then there's some other bits and pieces. Best Supporting Actor, Robert Downey Jr. So, I mean, the movie itself, Best Cinematography, Oppenheimer. Best Editing, Oppenheimer. I mean, it cleared up. Best Original Score, Oppenheimer. It absolutely decimated the competition. Like, really, really did. Destroy the competition. Wow. Yeah, I can see why. Again, he's embracing his career now, moving forwards. And, again, still throwing shade on the MCU. They're going to... Oh, God, if he comes back, they're going to have to pay him so much money to come back. Because, my God, like... he's not exactly making any friends right now. And it's very clear he's not that interested in it. But again, like I say, I think this is nothing but positivity. Because it's someone showing that they understand... what their legacy is within Hollywood. He understands what those movies are. And I don't think he's necessarily denigrating them specifically, but he's saying by comparison. And it is a dwindling credibility within the industry if that's all you're known for. I'm just known for putting these movies out. And you'll see that a lot of actors now don't want to join the MCU. Like Jeremy Allen White from The Bear threw massive shade on comic book movies. Huge shade. Kudos to him. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know down below what you think. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now. Hello there, folks, and apologies for interrupting the video, but I just wanted to let you know that I have merch once again. Yes, MrHshop.com is my brand new merch store, and as you can see, we've got some of the old designs, but there are some absolutely fantastic brand new designs. If you want to support the channel, this is the very best way to do that. Please do shop now at MrHshop.com. It's a fantastic way to support the channel when we get heavy demonetization on YouTube. Anyway, thanks so much. Back to the video.